This is the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick, and it's my first car. I bought this car in September. I was looking for a new car for a while because I didn't want an old beat-up one that wouldn't be reliable. So I found the Maverick early 2021 on Doug DeMiro's channel. Shout out to him. I went to the dealer and ordered one. I waited a full year for my Maverick. I ordered it October 23rd, and it came to me September 12th. But it was really worth the wait, and you'll see why. This is the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick. It's actually my first vehicle, and it's my dream car. So I got it in cactus gray because I like how a little hint of green. But over here we have the Ford badging and the beautiful headlights, all LED of course. Come over here, and this is the XLT, the mid trim. I didn't like the inside of the Lariat, but I like the inside of this. And we'll show you it right now. Here's the inside of the vehicle. We have reused materials all throughout, and it's just really beautiful. We have the sunroof up here, which is what I really like. That's not what I needed to have. Now let's hop in the back. Back here we don't have a ton of space, but it's as roomy as an SUV, so that makes sense. And then back here we have the manual slide window, which is what I need to have as well. There's only a $100 option, so it's totally worth it. So a cool feature about this Maverick, which I really like, is the bench seats. Rear lift up. I have all the space underneath. I got some things in there. But you can really use this for anything, storing, let's say you go to the beach, you want to put your shoes somewhere, you can throw them down here without someone looking at it. And then back here we got a little cigarette charger. Nothing too special. I didn't get the luxury trim, which would have given you a wall adapter right there. I don't think I needed it. But then this, I really like this. I bought a brand new Silverado, and it didn't even have this in the back, which I thought was really basic. I think every new car needs to have cup holders in the back. I got my gas cap back here. And then we can see, let's appreciate these beautiful rims that come with the XLT. These are 17-inch rims, and I think they look beautiful. So move back here to the tailgate. We've got our reverse camera hidden right there under the Ford badging. If we back up a bit, we see that it's stamped onto our Maverick. Our keyhole right here. Let's give it a pop open. And it is a bit dirty, but it's a 4.5 foot bed. I'm sure you guys know all about it. And I got this tonneau cover on it. I'm gonna roll this up. So this is a 4.5 foot bed, like I said. I got the spray-in bed liner, so with the Ford badging over there, which I really like. And we got a bunch of tow hooks in this thing, which I probably won't use unless I put a camper. More of that in the future. And the cool little thing is we got a little QR code down here, and with this QR code you can scan it, and it'll give you a bunch of different designs. You got little spaces here to put a 2x4 to make a little bike rack. You got another space up there, which you can do the same. And but then right here's a little cubby, which I use for the tie downs. And then we got a fake bottom right there, and it goes down even deeper. Not too deep. I'd say like a Listerine bottle. You can fit in there, probably, if you need to. But that goes just right back in there real smooth. And you can cover it up. It has a little lock symbol, but it doesn't lock. It just, closes shut, which I think is pretty okay. And on both sides you got this little 12 volts, which you can connect to make an air compressor. You can also hook it up to some LEDs for inside your bed, which I think is really cool. The luxury version comes with a little light here and a 400 volt adapter, which I didn't opt in to get. I don't think I really needed it, especially since it's just a small bed. Also, I almost forgot to mention you got your bottle openers on either side, which is another cool little quirk. And also, your tailgate can come up, and you know how to take it off. There we go. It can come to 45 angle degree, which I think is really, really cool. If you want to put some plywood back there, you can easily do that, and then lay flat atop the wheel wells. That's a nice, cool little feature to have. Alrighty, that's the exterior. Now let's go inside. But before I get into that, I would like to acknowledge my presence on the site. YouTube has been a dream of mine since I was a kid. I've been sitting on the sidelines my whole life. Starting this channel is my chance to take control of my own future. I would like to bring a betterment to both our lives, as I can't do this without support. My dream is to one day build a camper for my Mav and live in it while I do YouTube full time. I can't get there without you, so please subscribe and like the video. So now we're on the inside. As you can see, I'm 5'5". I fit very well in here. I think it's kind of spacious actually. But one thing I wanted to point out was this little cubby space. So we've seen with the brand new 2023 Ford Escape, you get a 13-inch screen. This is only 8 inches. You know, I felt that could have been really good in here. I would have loved to have that, but also would have hated to have that because I love having my AC controls as buttons. I don't really like reaching over the screen to do that while I'm driving. So I think this is kind of perfect. And I like this little cubby space. I keep like trash, receipts in there. That's what I do with it. And another thing I want to point out was up here, I think it was perfect for some sunglasses, which I haven't seen anyone else do in any other review. But this is a practical review because I have 2,500 miles on this Maverick. I've driven it for about 3 months now, and it rides really well. No complaints on that. There's a small complaint over here on our turn signals. Every time I use it and I turn left with it, it makes a little clicking sound. I don't know if anyone else has that, or it's just a small little thing, but it's no problem. Over here we have our truck light in the back, the bed light, and then our controls over here. These are really, you know, plastic buttons, but you can forgive it for being a $2,200 truck. Excuse me, 22 grand truck. The steering wheel is the same as the Escapes, which is nothing to complain about there. Again, this isn't the luxury version. Luxury version, you get leather wrapped and some heated seats, which I didn't think I need. But over here, the glove box is of good size, which I really like. You know, you got some stuff you're going to throw in there, you can just throw it right in there. I keep my manual and stuff in there. But up here we just have our simple controls for interior lights and the sunroof controls, which again is very simple, just one tap, which I really like. And you don't get a handle over here, which is something I would like to have, but it's such a small truck you don't really need it. You get them on all other doors. That's all right. You get mirrors in both, this being an XLT. You get your vanity mirrors, and then they slide out pretty well. So if you're over here and the sun's still blocking you, you can go this way, and then you'll be all right. And then another cool thing, just a little thing, is you can, I put my mail up here usually. So you got a clip in on the inside and on the outside, which I think is really cool. Nice little thing to have. Very practical little vehicle. Again, it's 22 grand. You get what you paid for. Now, this is what I really like about the Maverick. You got your USB-C, USB right there for your charging ports. You got a little cigar lighter right there, cigar charger. And it's a really practical layout. You can put your phone right here or standing up. You can I put a charger back here. I put it away though. This is your little dial. This is your transmission. Gone are the levers of the olden days, and we got this little rotary dial, which I think I prefer this. It's a bit faster. It is electronic, so if you leave it and drive and open the door while the vehicle is on, it will automatically switch to park. This is a little parking brake, little toggle parking brake. And these are your drive modes. So you got sport, eco, slippery, and normal mode. This is your traction control. This is the new Ford design, which they've implemented for a while. Your auto start and stop is right here. And this is, I think, very useful for me. This is the hold feature. So when you're in drive and you take your foot off the gas pedal, this will actually hold it there until you step on it again and the vehicle starts to move. You got your 2 cup holders here. This little pocket for, I put little mints there. And this another pocket back here. What I've noticed is if you have a 2nd gen Ford Escape, this is the exact same layout that's in there. Minus, you know, this has a bit more space to it. But this is practically the same thing. This is a little armrest over here. I really like it. It's got some nice stitching and it's super comfy. No complaints about this. It's a good height for my shoulders at least. And inside we got a lot of space. I keep a lot of different stuff in here. They do sell on Amazon a little clip-on where you can have it a bit more organized. But right here I just throw random stuff in it, which I think it's all right. So I'm gonna get in the back real quick to show you how much space you got. Again, I'm 5'5". I got a ton of knee room. This is the seat where I drive usually. And headroom, I got a ton of headroom. There's a little scoop in here, so if you are taller, you will fit. You can fit 5 adults easily, but the one here's got to be a bit smaller. And like I said, back here you got your little cup holders. One thing about it, it is, I think, a bit short. That's just because that's how the seats are. If it were to be a bit taller, the cup holders could go a bit more forward and you have a bit more placing for your elbow. But I feel if you don't have a drink with you, you'll be all right. But if you do, then it will be a bit cramped. And then back here, what I don't have is a pocket, which I already would have liked to have. You do get one in the passenger though. Again, you got your cigarette charger right here. So this is pretty practical to have 4 adults. Like I said, if you have 5, the small one's got to go in the middle. Again, guys, let me show you this manual sliding window. It's not a whole lot of space, but if you need to get something from the back, you probably could. But this is really good for a cross breed, especially with the sunroof. And I like that. It's a little add-on, and then just clips on close. So another thing, guys, is back here, we just fold this down. All the seats come down. And you see we got our jack right here for the spare tire. And we have all these brackets right here that are useless to the EcoBoost because I think they're for the hybrid. They're just welded on there. You got your top set of this right here. You got 3 of them. And then down here, a lot of people don't point it out. This little vent for when you close the doors, the air can escape. I think it's kind of cool. You got another one back over there behind that piece of plastic. But all this wiring goes outside under the bed of the Maverick because it is a unibody design. It does go off the Ford Escape and other crossovers. So all that wiring is outside, susceptible to animals gnawing it off. But I live in the city, so I don't have to worry about that too much. So guys, let's go on to the drivability of this Maverick. I've been told that this ride's really smooth. Of course, it's a new car, it's gonna drive smooth. For being a unibody truck, I think it's perfect. It's got a small design, and you can go anywhere with it. With this little Maverick, I get 250 horsepower, which is super zippy, and even in normal mode. Putting it in sport, I can launch it, and this thing flies. So when driving with this Maverick, you can see how many miles you got left, what's your miles per gallon, the hours on your engine, and your trip meter. So what's really important is watching my miles per gallon. I really like looking at that and how many miles I got left. On a full tank, this will get you around 420 miles, and it really doesn't eat up a lot of gas for being a turbo. This is a 4-cylinder turbo, and I think it's great on gas. And this does have the auto stop and start feature, which is pretty cool. But now I'm going to show you what it's like in sport mode. Are you ready? Watch this. So this is zippy little Maverick. Now let's hear it from the outside. Very nice little thing. And we're going to show you the engine bay next. So this is the engine bay, guys. Right here we got a 2-liter turbo inline 4. We got a bunch of plastic under this, but I just hope it's going to be reliable in the future. We got an air filter right here. The turbo is on that side. It's a nice little engine bay. Thanks for watching. Remember, go and live.